Hi, in the third video we are going to talk about how to combine the previously created original agent and the action nodes together and then do some tests. And after we satisfy the result, we are going to export the final the result file to our OA file. So let's get started. Let's first open our previously saved OA test file, OA test, and Gremlin OAT01. And before we importing the animation to this file, let's just refine this original agent first. For refine it, we need to rescale each one of the boxes here, and just to make these the boxes fit the size of the geometry like this. And also let's scale this a little bit down. And let's just scale the head and the neck firstly. This is for the better observatory of this entire creature. And also this can very benefit for the later the dynamic simulation for this kind of agent. And continue with our finger. So let's just first hide some part of it and hide the physics joint. Okay, Control H. Okay, we have finished the refinement of this origin agent, so let's continue. And before we continue, let's save our scene as the second version of our OAT. You can see that there's already one that's selected, and save this as and replace it. And we're going to test in the action nodes we previously exported, so we can import them to this kind of thing by the importing tool. So we're choosing the MyArmy importing without namespace tool. You can also import this by import this, but you need to specify some of the parameter and do not use any of this namespace. So use this tool. We already set this up for you. So scene and the gremlin here, actions jump, and the second one here, the actions stand, and scene and gremlin actions wave, the free actions node here, and we just middle click and drag to the action node, the action folder here, and that is our standard. Okay, that is done. And let's create a placement node. The the placement node is kind of a locator which we can put where we can create our origin agent to the agent. For example, we placed it here, and make the number the free, and the column free, the distance here like this, and we just scale this up a little bit just to fit in the same size as the OA. Okay, and when we click this button, and you can see that the origin agent transferred to the agent, and there's a bounding box that shows some of the information, and the red cycle is the sphere range of this agent. So that is range we can introduce them together. We will introduce them later for the collision detection, something else. So let's test out the logic and drive this animation here. Let's first create our default logic, df. The first logic here usually should be the default one, and we needed to click the make default for transfer the normal decision node to the default. So the default, we needed to put the default action here. The default action usually some rest pose like the stand. Okay, and that is not enough. We needed to at least create another, the decision, for example, like the jump. Okay, and select this guy, enable it, and put a language here, action playback, play action. Here it should be playback action here, and specify the name jump. Okay, and please notice the priorities here. The default stand is the priority is 0.5, and the priority 1 is higher than that, so the agent will first go into the stand because that is the default action, and then the most highest the priority action. So let's play back our animation and see what happened. We set this animation range from to 1000 because that's long enough. Select this agent, and you can see reset and the playback. Please play back this frame by frame. And you can see that after playback the action stand, it will transfer to the jump action. That is what we need. And also let's test out our second animation here. Is wave. Let's create another wave, another logic here. Let's put in an input here, and for example, and the a current frame is greater than some frame. For example, the frame 200, and it will play back the animation, action playback, the wave. Please notice that the jump, the priority is 1, and the wave priority there is also 1. So we needed to change that, for example, 2, so that it will choose the highest the priority here. So let's play back our animation. You can see that it will try to stand and then jump. And after frame 200, it will try to play back the animation, wave their hand. And you may notice that if we want our agent to transit from the stand to jump immediately, or we needed to set up this a little bit. Select the stand and click this action setup, and you can see that there is an extra range. That means only after the playback 80% of this animation it can transit to others. So let's just decrease this to 15. That means after playback 15 of this stand animation it will transit to any others. So let's play back our animation. You can see that this time it will transit to other after the 15. Okay, so this can immediately transit from the stand to others. Okay, when we satisfy this setup, and we going to export our origin agent to our final result, just like this picture show here. we needed to export the OA in the formal the origin agent. So let's do that. Let's deplace our agents. And before we export the origin agent, there's the very important things we need to specify. That is the agent name. Let's select this agent manager here and expand it. Please select this local here. This is a default name. So let's just modify the agent from the default to the Gremlin. So this is very important to distinguish your agent to other agents before export that to our final the assets. You can see that all of this node has been renamed to the Gremlin here. At this time, let's select this agent Gremlin and Shift P and put that to the world transformation, and I keep selecting this and select the export selection. Select the ask here and go to the OA and export selection. Just to replace it. This is the final result of this stage. It's just Control Z back, Control Z, Control Z, and click Control S for saving our OAT file. And let's check our origin agent we just export. You can see that this is the node Gremlin here, and the redundant we can just delete them and click Control S again. You can see that this is very pure, the origin agent inside of your scene, and you can also delete the setup file here. Delete. That is the assets for later, the crowd simulation production. Okay, this is the content of third video. Thank you for watching. See you next time.